Hi, and welcome to my vlog. You can call me Marie. I am vlogging here from Denmark. I had to redo the start of this vlog, so as you will see just in a moment, I am wearing a different sweater than I am doing now. But I will talk to you about social knitting and my experience with the knitting community, which is very positive. But I hope you enjoy this little vlog that I've made for you, and I will see you next time. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is a while back I made on my Danish channel I made a small video because my husband and I try to attend to each other's hobbies, and my hobby is knitting, and his hobby, which is also his line of work, is tractors. So and farming stuff. So we go to farming festivals and events and open houses and things like that. And twice he's gone with me to a knitting event. The first one was a event where they did not only have knit and yarn things, they also had all sorts of other crafts, and there was people selling nuts and sweets, and so that was more like a kind of a fair for all kinds of people. And so when I won 2 tickets to an event on Fyn, he went with me, and the thing that surprised him, except that the event on Fyn, which is called Knitting at the Heart of Denmark, Strik i Danmarks Hjerte, was that it was, a lot of this knitting community in Denmark is, I don't know if you can say small, because I think we are around 100 podcasters in Denmark who does Danish podcasts. A few of the other women. I did think we have a male podcaster in Denmark, but I'm not 100%. But we kind of, we don't know each other, because you can't really know 100 people, and some of them live far away from me and some of them don't. So there is definitely some that I only know from like online chats and commenting on each other's videos and things like that. And then there are some that we've done like podcaster meetups. We do that. I try to attend 1 or 2 of these meetups a year, but there are so many more. Not a lot. I think we have like 5 to 10 kind of closed events for Danish podcasters, and it's just like it's fun to meet people that that way, which did that when we went to Strik i Danmarks Hjerte, my husband and I. There was a lot of these women who knew who I was, and I knew who they were. Some of them because I had spoken to them at other events. I try to attend a couple of events a year, which are not all podcaster events. I think we're going to do. I'm going to go to one or two knitting festivals more this year. But my husband was very surprised of the tone there were at these events, how nice people were, that you know that you just approach people and say, oh, that's gorgeous. And some of my Danish followers, they walk up to me and say, hi, I am, and sometimes I know who they are, sometimes I remember them, but you might know that the difference between meeting a physical person and somebody that you might have had a relationship with, mainly online, with a friendship online maybe, that's sometimes you get like, oh, did you look like that? So it's easier with podcasters because they see us, on this podcast once a week, on my Danish podcast once a month. And so he was very positive, and it was very exciting for me to show him my world and these women that are so important to me as a crafter. And yeah, it was just a very nice day, and it was nice for me to show him that this is my world and my community, you could say. So it's very important. I am not that good with, I love, the one-on-one talks I have with other people, podcasters, knitters, designers, everybody online. I think it's so exciting, and it's so nice to talk to people that has the same interest as me, because I have a couple of friends who knit, but not at the same extent as me, not for as many hours as me. And so talking to somebody who also have this, I can't go a day without knitting, then I have to be really sick. Oh dear. Oh, no, 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 no. I just saw that this yarn had, oh, I'll just show you. Can you see? I'm going to pull now, because I have to, make a new knot for this not to break. So, yeah. Saved. No worries. Just tie knots. So, yeah. Because under Corona, COVID-19, there was a lot of people meeting online. I know that there are people that have met each other online during COVID who are still friends, still have active online knitting groups, and I think it's so nice that that works for some people. But I tried that. I think I joined a online knitting group. I put everything aside. I think it was each Tuesday around 7 or 8. We had like a Facebook group, I think, where the woman who was in charge of this group thing, I think it. I think I used the computer. Some of the others used their phones, and we went online. And I was very excited to do it, and said to my husband, I'm going to go to this room and going to close the door. Don't bother me for an hour. I'm going to sit and talk to random people in this group about knitting, about what they're knitting and everything. And it was very, very sweet women at all ages from all over Denmark. It was a Danish group, and when the the conversation was rolling, it was fine, but you know how it is to be on a Teams or a Messenger or a Sky group where everybody has their camera turned on, and then I also sometimes see it with podcasts where there are 2 or 3 people. If there are 2 or 3 people talking on top of each other, it's not good. So you have to be like, what do you want to say? And then that person is going to say blah blah blah, and then they say, and that's what I want to say. And then there is kind of like somebody who's in charge of the group who says, okay, Marie, would you like to say something? And then you go like, oh, well, I want to tell you blah 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 blah. And then I say, I think that's it. Maybe, just, it's an unnatural conversation for me to do that. And I think it's very nice that this works for some people, that some people can do this and find joy in this. Because what I experienced it was that when we said the time is up, we need to go back to our lives, to children, and messy kitchens and everything. And I found out that when I turned off the computer, I felt I had like this feeling of being really lonely. This very, very odd feeling of being, I don't know, like it felt like, emotionally it felt like, you're hungry and then you go and grab something, some ridiculous snack, and when you've eaten it, you just know that it just wasn't enough. It wasn't going to cover this hunger that you felt. So my social hunger wasn't, fulfilled with these groups. So after trying it 2 or 3 times, and this feeling of loneliness just got worse. And I wasn't alone, because my husband came home each night. I had all 4 children at home at that point, so I wasn't lonely. I had friends who called me. I have family. We did like I think my sister at that point, she lives alone, and she felt a bit lonely because she has Mobius Crohn. It's a disease in the intestines, and she didn't know if she could, if coronavirus was extremely dangerous to her. So she was very isolated. So we did like board games with her, where she sat at one end and one of the children held her cards, or turned the the little pieces of cardboard on the board, and things like that. So that was actually fine, but I don't know, the online knitting group just did not cut it for me. And so I have, I don't do that, because it doesn't make any kind of sense, because I love doing this, sitting, talking to my phone, hoping that somebody out there will see this. But that makes sense to me, and I think this is fulfilling and gives me something positive. But I would like to meet more knitters and expand my community and the connections that I have in this community. So I contacted a local hotel here in the area. It's the hotel is in Herning, and I simply sent them an email saying, I would like to do like knitting events with you. And they responded, we would like that. We would like that, and that must have been January 2023, and I'd been looking at the calendar, and there are a lot of knitting events in Denmark, a lot of festivals, a lot of workshops, a lot of everything you can possibly think of, including knitting and yarn, and it's there are, but what I could see, there was kind of like some black spots on the map, and even though Herning is actually one of the cities in Denmark who's had the most textile industry at all, they have a large designer school, especially for the textile businesses, lines of work. Yeah. Anyway, so this hotel agreed with. They wanted to do this, and then I got to work, and I don't get anything except free food on the day. I actually pay for my own drinks, so only the food. I get the same as the people who've bought a ticket, and we try to keep the price down because there are a lot of people also in Denmark struggling to make ends meet, and that's why for me finding 800 kroners, that would be like $120, something like that, to go somewhere. Oh, $120, that may not be enough. Maybe $150. Oh, I'm not that good with the math. You don't have to follow me for that long to know that I am not good at math. Well, I wanted to keep the prices down, so we do these events, and they only pay for what for the food actually, and we try to. It's a hotel, so they have a restaurant, and the hotel is actually a former school, so some of the things that we do at the it's called Højhuset, the high rise or the skyscraper, and some of the things we do are inspired by this place having a school background. So we sing at the beginning of the meals, and it's very nice, and there are people who show up each time. Right now I've had four events at Højhuset, yes, and I love it. I think it gives me something to give people this possibility to meet other knitters, and I've met some amazing women that I would never have met if I did not do this. So even though it's a lot of work, right now I am doing 2 knitting events a year, and it's a one-woman show. I do it all by myself. There are no PR crew behind me. The Højhuset, they have their website where people go buy the tickets, and I try to promote the events on Instagram, and I have a Facebook group, and then it's word of mouth, and sometimes the first event we were 96 participants, I think, yes, and then I had a workshop event, and I really tried to find a weekend during the year where there weren't a lot of other things to go to, but I had missed an event, and that event was only like a half an hour drive from us, which was, you know, I we didn't, I didn't see that they had been doing something, and they didn't see that I was doing something. So we kind of like, stole people from each other, which was really stupid because their event was a very, very nice event also. But the women who showed up at the Højhuset had a great day, and we had a lot of fun, and it was a workshop, 2 workshops, and I decided, you have to try everything once. No, sometimes you have to try something, and I'm not going to do workshops again. I'm a former teacher, and I thought I can do one of the workshops myself, then we don't have to find somebody to do the workshop, and I will do it for free. And then I contacted another podcaster, and she agreed to come, and I think the fee she got, it might have covered her transport, and not a lot more, but she was very nice and helped me out. But I'm not going to do it again, because I think there are a lot of great workshops out there, and I don't want to steal customers from either yarn shops or other small businesses. That's not my idea. This is not a mission of making money. This is a mission of giving people a place to meet up. That's the important part for me when I do these events. It's social knitting that's important to me, because I think there are a lot of knitters out there who might have found other knitters on Instagram, and if you are a mom of small children, especially if you are not living in a larger city, then you might not have the opportunity to meet other knitters who you can relate to. They tried to start a knitting circle here in my town, and I saw who was participating, and this is a very small town, so everybody is related to everybody, and they have known each other in kindergarten, and so I could see that being in my local knitting circle wouldn't necessarily give me the network that I would like to have. I've been, thinking about if I should start something myself, but again, I have a full-time job. I have 2 small children. The 2 oldest moved away from home, and I have a husband who still works a lot of hours, even though it is a new job, and he's not working as many hours as he's had. So my time is very precious, and even though I would like to be more social right now, it's just not. I just have to make do with what is possible, and what I can, what doesn't. It's a fine line between doing what you want and making your everyday life run as smoothly as possible. So I do the knitting events at Højhuset. I love them. I love meeting all these amazing women who support this crazy idea that I am doing. The next event I'm going to do is going to be a Christmas event. It's going to be on the 18th of November, because in Denmark, and it's a very Danish thing, we do like Christmas lunches, and it's nothing like a Christmas lunch with the family. It's a work thing, and work is very important to Danes, really important. It's a very big part of our personality, our job. So, but the 18th of November is the last weekend before Christmas really takes off in Denmark. So we have this Christmas knitting event, and they're going this year is going to be a bingo, because I tried to do like a knit away January this year, and we didn't sell enough tickets. I've talked to a lot of people about why a knit away in January might not be the best time to do that, and I'm not sure I'm going to do a knit away the same way again, but you know, this popcorn brain of mine, and having this desire to do these events, I'm still, you know, thinking back and forth what I'm going to do. So, but we have this Christmas event on the 18th of November. It's going to be so nice. Last year we were around 50 women who just, you know, sat around this hotel, Højhuset, knitting, talking. Then we went to have lunch, and we did a group photo, it's really fun. It was fun to do the group photo, and the group photo is still in the program for this year, so that's going to happen again. And it was, you know, there was a lot of talking about like, oh, I haven't done a group photo since school, and yeah, you don't really do that. I remember in last time, besides the group photo we did at the Christmas event, it's called Strik og Gløk, which means knitting, and gløk is it's warm red wine with spices. It's kind of like a vin chaud, which is a French thing, or a they also have it in Austria, and in Austria it's called Glühwein. That's where. So vin chaud, Glühwein, gløk, it's about the same thing. It's you know, hot red wine with I think there are like brandy or something in the red wine, and then these spices. And then in Denmark, you don't do that in France or in Austria, but in Denmark we put raisins and almonds in it, and that might not be for everybody. And last year we had the gløk sponsored by a local firm, so that was kind of nice. That was really nice, and I'm looking forward to doing it again this year. If you follow my Instagram channel, you might be seeing me starting to promote this event, and I'm trying to motivate myself to start contacting some sponsors for these bingo presents. So it's going to be so nice. Bingo is always nice, and I already have some presents, and some of the presents are from my own stash, and I have written that people are welcome to bring stash presents, and I hope that some of the participants will, look in their stash and think, I'm not going to use this. I might consider donating this to the bingo. It's not like something you have to do. If you've bought your ticket, you can just come and you will participate in the bingo games just like everybody else, and you are just as welcome to win prizes. But it's just, would you say the greatest gift is giving? And I think as an adult, that's something that you, as an adult, I have learned to appreciate that saying, because it keeps me focused on not being so greedy. I often, I never participate in giveaways that are set by other Danish podcasters because I think that I don't want people to think that there has been some kind of nepotism, and I tend to not participate in that many giveaways in general, because there are so many giveaways, and I've actually tried once where I participated in a giveaway where I won, and I think I didn't win the first prize. I won the second prize maybe, and I was like, this is a very nice prize, but it's actually not really, for me. And so when I see a giveaway and I think, am I going to participate, I have the thought, and I know it's a bit silly, but it works for me. I have the thought, this is a nice yarn, book, whatever, bag, product. Would I appreciate it? Would I really appreciate it? No. Then my thought is, I give this to someone else. So I, send it out into the universe that somebody who really would appreciate this, who would really want to win this prize, should have it, and I should not. It might, that's just a way for me to remember not to become greedy. And so sometimes I still participate in giveaways, and I still have giveaways I would wish I had won. Of course, there are a lot of very, very nice giveaways on Instagram and also on Facebook, but I'm not that active on Facebook. So, and I have a friend who participates in a lot of giveaways, and because she participates in so many giveaways, she actually often wins. You have to try a lot of times to win something. So I don't win something that often. I have won giveaways this year once or twice, and I've showed the presents on my Danish podcast. So it's not that I never win anything, but when you don't participate, you can't expect to win. That's just the way it is. Well, I need to get back to reality. I hope that you enjoyed this break with me. I hope that you have a nice week until I see you next time. And please take care of yourself. And remember to give this video a like, leave me a comment, and if you are not already subscribing to my channel, please subscribe to this channel so that you will get a notification next time I'm putting something up. These videos will be released each Monday in the middle of the night, because that's just easy. And in the middle of the night European time, which is late in the evening, I think, in the US. Well, I'll see you next time, and please take care of yourself.